What if I told you that we don't simply have to sit there and stare at our charts? We can also use our ears to get better entries into the market so you don't suffer from this trade that I placed on Friday on the live stream where I entered the market a bit too early. Now, before we talk about market pulse and how to set it up, all that fun stuff, let's take a look at the trade from Friday. And while I was in the trade, I actually identified it after the trade that I essentially FOMO'd into that trade. I didn't wait for the knocking to stop either. Probably gonna get me on that one. I didn't even wait for it to slow down. I jumped the gun on that one. We're gonna take my lunch money on that one. I see it already. Yeah, there you go. Now that knocking noise that we just heard was part of market pulse. And what that basically is signifying to us is essentially, I have it set to where it's correlated between the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ futures markets. You can see the little meter right here. Now, anytime like right here where it's at -81 or below, then it's going to go ahead and have that knocking sound. If the meter is all the way over on the other side above +81, we'll start hearing a chirping sound. And we have this playing all day throughout the live stream. So if you want to make sure you don't miss the next time I go live, make sure you're subscribed. Then you have the bell notifications turned on for all. But essentially, by waiting until the knocking subsided before looking for an entry, that's one way that I could have basically avoided this entry right here. But let's take it a step further real quick, because these green lines right here, these horizontal green lines represents the market being short-term oversold. And that's what we had over here. And then I just simply waited for the moving average to actually change from being magenta, which was telling me, hey, dummy, don't be looking for long trades yet. Wait till at minimum it turns neutral to white. However, we had a good separation between the moving averages. They were not even trying to firm up yet. So there was a lot of warning signs, but essentially market pulse could have stopped me from entering this trade. Now let's take a look at another way we can use market pulse. And more specifically, I want to look at this swing point right here, down here, versus let's say this swing down here. And I want to do it not visually looking at it, because if we look at this second swing point, from the high down to the low, we can see that's roughly 11.5 points. If we look at this swing point here, from the high down to the low, it's roughly 11 points. So they're almost identical. However, when we listen to it through the audio, we can actually see that it is different out there. And for that, we're going to bring up Bookmap real quick and let's listen. We're going to be listening to that first drop right there. And that first drop goes all the way into about 10:52 and 57 seconds or so. So let's go ahead. We're going to hit play and listen to this next 10 seconds. All right, now I actually stopped it at 10:53, and that's all the way when the market is back over in this area right up in here. And notice we continue to hear selling all the way down. Well, what about when we come back and we look at this swing point right over here? And we're going to start that at about 10:53 and 50 seconds. All right, so now let's go ahead and listen. We got about 3 seconds or so before we start this swing point. Let's listen closely. All right, so now the market, I'm going to pause this real quick. Now, when I stop the playing of Bookmap real quick, the market now is already all the way back over in this area right here. And notice on this second swing down, even though the swing point had a greater distance from the high to the low, notice we could tell there was a lot less aggression on this move down versus this move over here. This is something that you can only pick up through the audible. You cannot see this by simply just looking at a price chart. So now let's jump over and take a look at how to actually set up a market pulse within Bookmap. You want to come right over here to where it says configure add-ons. Now you should see market pulse. If you do not, then you can simply scroll right down here to where it says manage add-ons, and that'll bring you to a screen like this. You can find market pulse within that if your subscription comes with market pulse. Now, once we have market pulse, we simply click on that. And we can see right here in this dialog box right here, this is where we want to make sure that we have the NQ, and the ES selected. Now you might want to go ahead and click on this box right here where it says expand widget configuration. So I go ahead and I expand it. Now the threshold right here, this is where I set the sensitivity. A lesser number on the sensitivity, we'll hear a lot more knocking, a lot more chirping type of sounds. Volume, I have it set to 100% because we can always adjust the volume on our computers very easily. Then the tuning period, this is set to 5 minutes. I just left it at default. We can make that greater or less than. Load historical data, I have it at 0 seconds, percent, leave that all how it is. Then the sounds that I'm using the default sounds within Bookmap. The first one's gonna be sounds \3p.wave. That's gonna be the chirping sound. And then the negative sounds, you can see right here, positive, negative. Negative is gonna be the sounds /drums in.wave file. And again, all those sounds that I have within Market Pulse come automatically within Bookmap. You don't have to upload any additional files. However, I do think you can. Now, if you want to change others' instruments, since right now I only have 3 instruments right up here, I would just, if I want RTY also selected, I could select RTY. Now it would be correlated between all 3 of the indices. However, I don't want RTY. I want to keep this set to the ES and NQ. Now, as a friendly reminder, if you guys want to make sure you get the best deal on Bookmap, use the link down below. Now, if you trade with prop firms like Apex, My Funded Futures, or Take Profit Trader, and you want a way to support the channel at no additional cost for yourself, make sure to use the links in the description box down below. And if you want to see all the settings within Bookmap that I currently use, make sure to watch this next video right here.